As Lebanon, already drowning in Syrian refugees, braces for 1 million more, imagine a world where the human tide is also overflowing into all of Syria's neighbors, including Turkey and Jordan. Oscar-winning actress Angelina Jolie is in Jordan as the UN Special Envoy, giving voice to the tens of thousands of women and children who've been left homeless by the Syrian war. And so, on World Refugee Day, she's filing this moving report for us.
Less than 1 year ago, Zatri refugee camp was desert and dust. It was meant to house 20,000 refugees. Now Zatri is home to more than 120,000, the second largest refugee camp in the world. It is also Jordan's 5th largest city. But the majority of refugees live elsewhere. Those not in camps are invisible, refugees struggling to survive in villages, towns, and cities across the region. Mohammed is an example of courage in war.
جابوا لي ابن الجيران زتوه عندي بالبيت وانا ما بعرف شو بدي اعمل له في كحله رايح يعني شو بدي اعمل له صرنا نشتغل فيه طلعت سالت الصيدلي قلت له اذا بدي اتخيل يعني انه جوزي او ابني انصاب شو بدي اعمل بهيك حاله صار يعطيه المعلومات انه سيرون معلش اغسلي ونظفي وعقمي واشتغلي.
What do you think about your mother starting to work as a nurse suddenly? You must be very proud of her.
She's very strong.
Have women been facing much abuse inside Syria?
خصوصا اللي جوزها معتقل او مطلوب او ابنها معتقل او مطلوب.
And they target the woman in revenge?
هلا اذا الزلمه مختفي مرته موجوده بياخذوا مرته مشان تعترف وين جوزها. وين جوزك؟ اذا عندها ولد صغير بياخذوا ابنها، ما عندها وين جوزك؟ بدهم ياخذوا بفزعوا فيها الضرب الاغتصاب كل شيء ما بيخلوا شيء. انه ليش ما حد عم بيوقف مع الشعب السوري؟ بده يساومك فلسطين؟ ما حد عم بيساعدنا خالص، بيقولوا بدنا ندعم، بدنا نعمل، بدنا نساوي، بس ولا شيء. اجتماعات وتنديد وبأشد الكلمات وكله على الفاضي يعني نرجع لبلادنا يتحسن هالوضع ونرجع لبلادنا. أهم شيء نرجع لبلادنا يعني هون الأوضاع بالمرة بس هون في أمان إنه مشان جوزي وولادي أما هنيك كان غير.
Syria's children have suffered the most. Over 50% of refugees are children. Hundreds of thousands are traumatized, and thousands have died.
This is when he was younger, and this is the most recent photo.
وعاد كان باسل الله يرحمه تعرفي كان مو ابني عن جد لك اسألي مين ما بدك كانوا متوقعين اني موت وراه كثر ما انا متعلقه بباسل اكثر يعني متوقعين اني انا ما بعيش بدونه بتموت بس عاد تمنيت انا ما يروح انا لهلا ما بصدق انه اصلا ابني عرفتي مات يعني لسه ضحكته بابني هون بترن ليش ما انه جنبي بس والله الحمد لله انا ودعته عند ربي وربي خير المودعين واحسن الدنيا الالف والتعب.
Every 14 seconds, someone crosses Syria's border and becomes a refugee. And by the end of this year, half of Syria's population, 10 million people, will be in desperate need of food, shelter, and assistance.
That is truly a staggering fact. Half of Syria's population will be in desperate need and may even be on the move by the end of this year. Now, obviously, Jordan and Turkey, which have taken in hundreds of thousands, are already themselves under terrible strain. You've heard Lebanon, you've heard the Prime Minister tell me that the refugee crisis is testing the very fabric of his country as well. CNN has been covering this terrible crisis from the very beginning, and correspondent Arwa Damon has a special report this weekend. Here she is with a glimpse of another dark reality in those camps, young refugee girls forced to marry and have children in order to survive.
Families struggling to cope see marriage as the only way to protect their daughters from something worse. But the social protection of marriage comes at a price. Not only are these girls unprepared emotionally, many are having children before their bodies are fully developed. In one house, we meet Ayman. She has such a sweet young face, and yet the baby she is awkwardly cradling is hers. Ayman is 14. She speaks softly. I wouldn't have gotten married, she tells us, but it's because of the situation now.
A tragedy indeed, and be sure to watch our special investigation, Syria Uncovered, Risks of Refuge. That airs all weekend here on CNN. Wherever you are, check your local listings for the time.